you at all times, and of course owner operators have it too. I've got a cough. All right, we're going to have a look at some vision of how these boots are made, and then after that we'll talk a lot more. Keep looking at your screen, it's coming up any moment. Kaz went to visit the factory down in Melbourne.
Well, TVSN is on a road trip. We're here in Melbourne to go behind the scenes and capture a very rare glimpse of Ugg Australia to see how the product is made and brought to you. In 27 years of Ugg Australia, nobody has been allowed behind this store unless they carry a staff pass. So for the first time, you guys get a very rare glimpse at how the Ugg boot is made, how it comes from the original raw materials to your home. Let's go inside and have a look. Well, chances are it doesn't matter who you are or where you're from, you've probably heard of the age-old Aussie Ugg boot. Well, there are thousands of companies that have tried over the last 27 years to mirror the kind of quality that you get from the good old Aussie Ugg boot. But we're here today to take you through the manufacturing process to show you why Ugg Australia stand out from the rest. Ugg Australia are synonymous with quality. There's just nothing else that beats it. And one of the reasons is because they have their own tannery. In fact, the last tannery left in Australia, it's right here in Melbourne. They use only Australian merino sheep. And what that means to you is that you do have the durability, you have that excellent stiffness throughout the boot. So you know that it's going to hold its shape. It's incredibly comfortable, which is also very important. And the quality is second to none. This is the best that I've ever felt. And for you at home, it means that when you get your Ugg boot within 5 to 7 working days, from the ground up, from the very fleece itself, right through the manufacturing process, the making, until it arrives at your door within 5 to 7 working days, everything is done here in Melbourne thanks to Ugg Australia. So you know you can't get much better than that. We're here in the cutting facility of Ugg Australia, and this is where they decide all the different grades that are used within the Ugg boots themselves. These machines behind me, and in fact Boris, who's working on the machine, is responsible for cutting the various different patterns so that they reshape the Ugg boots that you're currently wearing. Now Boris has been here for over 18 years, and it's testament to this amazing company and just what it stands for: quality, longevity. And for you at home, you might have even had Boris make the Ugg boots that you've got on your feet. Behind me here, Segui is actually using another specialty cutting machine. Now, Ugg Australia are innovators when it comes to the Ugg boot business. Now, I tell you what, they make inner soles, and that's what's happening right behind me here. So, for the life of the boot, you can just simply insert a new inner sole to get that extra support and extra comfort right through the life of your boot.
You know, when you are in the shoe store and you're standing there and there's, you know, some kind of let's just say a cheap copy. I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but I'm going to. And you're standing there and you think, well, this looks the same. This feels the same. The whole thing is that we are always honest with you, and we only want to bring you the best. We don't want products arriving at your door that are going to fall apart, that are going to make your feet sweat and be really uncomfortable, where the wool blend, because that's very often what it is on the inside. It's a wool blend, not necessarily merino wool 100%. The wool blend ends up getting all clumped up. It's got a horrible staticky feel to it. It therefore doesn't absorb the moisture from your foot, and that's very important. I'll tell you why a little bit later on. For all of those reasons, that shoe is going to be no good. It's not going to be something you're going to wear. It's not going to keep your foot warm. It's going to fall apart on you anyway. And in the end, you're going to think, I wish I'd just paid the money and gotten the original Ugg. By going straight to the manufacturer, straight to the factory where Kaz just was, we want you to see, we are amazed at what goes into the workmanship in terms of making these boots for you, every single pair. And so that's why we love taking you straight to the factory when we can. We actually have some more vision we're going to have a look at a bit later on in the hour. But the wonderful thing is too, of course, once you select whatever style you want, you've got them for ages, for years and years and years to be comfortable. And you will find, I think, once you start wearing your Uggs, you're going to wear them even more places than you thought you would. I've got gorgeous Beck with me. We're going to have a look at the very first style of the hour. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm well. It's lovely to have you here. And I must say, now you're English, I know,
yes.
But you knew what Uggs were from a long time ago, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Because they've made their impact all around the world.
Oh, for sure, yes.
Do you know it was an English woman who taught me about Uggs? I know she didn't actually teach me about Uggs. Again, I'm always saying, I'm harping on, growing up north, I didn't own a pair of Uggs because I didn't need them because it's stinking hot all year round. Let me give you the item number first before we start chatting. 85431 is your item number. These are the 3/4 boot. You'll notice these as your original standard boot that you expect in an Ugg. $149 and 2-part payments here. Black, chestnut and chocolate. Have we got it? Oh, I'm wearing them. How embarrassing was that? I was going to say, have we got another pair around here somewhere for me? And I'm wearing them. I'll have to take one off because I want to hold it up and show you. But the thing is that these are, I think classically, wouldn't you agree, Beck? This is what everyone thinks of when you say, oh, go and get your Uggs, or I need to go buy a pair of Uggs.
That is like the quintessential.
It is.
Yeah, that's what I imagine when I think of Uggs. That's what comes to mind.
Yeah, same here. And I think this is what most of us think of. And you know what? There is something classic about this style. There's something that will never date about this style. And you may want to go ahead and add, once you have your classic pair, you might want to add more decorative styles. But I do think that for all occasions, for every year in, year out, for all outfits, this is going to be your standard Ugg that you call upon time and time again. This is 85431, and we have it for $149 and 2-part payments. I have seen Uggs out there in the marketplace, and they are, let me just say, a lot more expensive than the ones we have here for you today, or the prices we have for you today. The prices at TVSN, you know, we keep down because we deal directly with the manufacturer. We don't have a middleman, so we pass those savings on to you. How warm are your tootsies right now?
Well, I can honestly say I've never been so comfortable on the catwalk.
Yes.
Can I do every fashion show like this?
No, you may not. No, you absolutely may not. However, wouldn't it be lovely if you could? Because they are so stylish, as we were saying, but the great thing is you're retaining the warmth and the comfort level all the way through. Of course, Beck is wearing the black, and I have the chestnut colour in my hand. And you can, as Beck's just doing there for you, roll over that top and have that really cute little fur lining showing, which I think does make it really cute, and it's quite flattering on your ankle to do that as well, because it makes your ankle look a little smaller when you have that fur-lined trim showing there, or the wool, I should say. It's not fur. You have the wool being shown. Now, if you're travelling at all this winter, if you're going anywhere cold, if you're planning on going skiing, ski season's just about upon us, definitely you need to grab a pair of Uggs today. I suggest you grab them while your size is available as quickly as you possibly can. Let's have a look at some of the features on the one that I'm going to hold up here in front of you, because really there is so much to tell you about these. First of all, the way these have been constructed is using a procedure called double heat gluing. And what that's designed to do is to ensure that the boot never actually comes away from the sole. So you won't find that situation that you often find where you have this, where one coming away from the other, and you have this great big open hole or this great big gap where all of a sudden you're thinking, gee, my feet are feeling a little bit chilly down there in my Uggies, or in my shoes, because it wouldn't be Uggies, and they suddenly start wearing great big thick socks. Never comes